Okay, today we've got Bradman Best. He injured his left ankle playing against the South Sydney Rabbitohs last night in the NRL. This is his fourth high ankle sprain, otherwise known as a syndesmosis injury. We're going to analyse the injury today in terms of mechanism, return to play, and whether he needs surgery and what treatment he might need to have. It's certainly a serious injury for Bradman Best. As we said, Bradman Best plays for the Newcastle Knights. As most of you know, the injury he's had is a syndesmosis injury. The other name for it is a high ankle sprain. You can see here his foot has been twisted outwards really severely as Latrell Mitchell's come in to tackle him, and that's where the arrow is pointing there. Now, if we analyse this injury properly, we're going to draw the ankle, what it looks like from the front for you, the parts in red there are what's known as the syndesmosis, and that's where, if you're standing up and down, that's what it looks like on the left. Now, what's happened when the Latrell's come to tackle him is his leg's gone inwards. There's his foot there in the yellow circle, and then his foot's been driven out to the left as the weights come down in the tackle. And what that's done to the ankle here is it's pushed part of the ankle off to the side towards the fibula, and the syndesmosis in the red there has broken. Now, this bone here is called the talus. It makes up part of your ankle, and it's been driven out to the side into the fibula bone, so off to the right there in terms of the direction of the arrow. So that's put a lot of pressure as that's moved onto the fibula bone, which I'm just pointing out there, and that's resulted in a break in the syndesmosis because of all the tension there. So the syndesmosis is a ligament complex that sits at the front of the ankle and across it. Now, if we draw the ankle, how it's supposed to look when it's not broken, this area here is circling once again is the syndesmosis. And then if we go to look at this from the bottom, it actually looks very different. So the tibia is that big circle there, and the fibula is that little circle. And the syndesmosis is actually three parts. So the red part there is the front of it, known as the AITFL. The middle bit in blue is called the IOL, and the back part of it is called the PITFL. Now, the reason that's important is because the number of ligaments you go through will determine if you need something done in terms of surgery or not. Now, a grade 1 injury just means he's gone through the front, the ligament in red there, right? And that means he would need a minimum 5 weeks off, probably not need surgery. It's probably what Bradman Best did at the start of the season. The grade 2 injury means you go through the fronts, the AITFL, plus you go through the middle in blue called the IOL, and that one needs an arthroscopy usually to work out if it's unstable or not. So if he's gone through 2, he's probably going to need some level of surgery just to investigate it, all right? Some of them will be unstable. A grade 3 means he's going to bust through the front bit in red, the middle bit in blue, and the back bit in green. Red bit meaning the AITFL, the blue bit meaning the IOL, or otherwise known as the interosseous ligament, and the PITFL is the one that's at the back. So if you bust through all three, it's pretty likely he's going to need something put in his ankle, like something called a tightrope. At the very least, he's going to need to have it inspected, okay? So if he has either grade 2 or grade 3, it's going to be much more serious, and he's going to need something done. Now, Bradman Best has been making a bit of a habit of this. He's had injuries in terms of syndesmosis injuries before. So he had a right ankle syndesmosis injury last year, which required surgery. I'm sure he would have had what's called a tightrope for that. He previously injured that right ankle in the Jersey Flag in the under-20s a couple of years ago. He did the left ankle syndesmosis at the start of this year, which he returned from without surgery, and then he's done this. Okay, so he's got a bit of form in this area. Now, the coach, Adam O'Brien, was quoted afterwards that it was very disappointing to lose him. He said he'll have to have a scan, which means he's going to have an MRI, almost certainly. And he said, look, it's not looking good at the moment. Unfortunately, you can't really tell just from looking at the patient. It's impossible to tell the grade from just looking at him. So the MRI will determine whether he needs surgery or not. Now, what they'll be looking at, this is an MRI here, and this is a bad one. This is what's called a grade 3 injury. This is what a grade 3 injury looks like in terms of the pictures, as I was drawing before. And you can see there that he's busted. You can see he's really busted through the front there. We're gonna look at that on the picture right now. So it's a grade 3, the worst grade is what we're talking about here, right? And so here's the arrow, busted through the front here. That's the AITFL area, so the red area. So we're gonna point that out on the picture. We're also going to see he's busted through the back. There's no firm black line at the back, which means he's busted through the back, which is the PITFL. So that's what makes the grade 3 injury. He's likely busted through the middle to get to that, although it's not easy to tell on the scan. So in terms of return to play, Bradman averaging the NRL 6 to 8 weeks, probably because they cut a few corners. What we know from English professional rugby league players in terms of the medical literature, they take at least 6 to almost 9 weeks. Professional soccer players in the literature in terms of medical studies are shown to be up to 103 days. So anyway, thank you for tuning into underfootandankle.com.au. Take a look at our website if you want more information. And thank you once again for listening to the video. As always, there is a disclaimer at the end of this video. I don't know Bradman Best. I do not work for the Newcastle Knights. I'm just going off media reports and the videos that I see on his injury as to what he might have done. If you think you've done something similar, I would suggest you go see a surgeon or see your doctor. Please do not treat yourself off these videos, but of course you can take information off these. These are my opinions based on what injury I see and how I treat them from my experience as an orthopaedic surgeon. But thank you once again for tuning into my video.